Welcome to German Gills. You've come to the right place to watch all football action for the Gills, with your German Gills host, Reese. No previews or reviews on this channel, but just total action for every fixture in the league coming from Duisburg in West Germany. Exciting live match reactions as the Gills take on League One. Schön, dass du da bist und los geht's, Gills! Hi guys, welcome back to German Gills. I haven't gone anywhere, I just had a bit of a 2-month break over the summer. I'm going to be your host Reese for today's pre-season episode, 1 week before the season starts. And if you haven't already, have a look at our Instagram and our Twitter over there and subscribe or follow if you haven't done so already. It's really good to see you guys again. I'm looking forward to this season, but let's have a look at what's coming up in today's episode. German Gills has developed a lot since it started last season, and we'll be looking at how it will develop going into the forthcoming season. We will also be looking at some of the summer transfer captures from Gills and looking at some of their clips from their previous clubs. And if you fancy getting involved with German Gills live match reaction, stay to the end of the video and find out how you can do so. Over last season, I had a long time to reflect about the season German Gills had and how it's developed over the course of that season. And I've also been thinking about ways in which to improve it further and further. And you would have seen at the end of last season, I've been using new graphics to make the experience much better for you guys watching at home. And to be able to watch all the highlights of my live match reactions. And I'm going to be using those graphics throughout this season as well, so those ones are going to be staying. It may mean that the videos come out maybe half an hour or an hour later than expected, but I think it's well worth it with all the new graphics that are going to be incorporated into German Gills this season. German Gills also now has a Patreon page, and if you're unaware of what Patreon is, it is a website where you can support content creators on YouTube, for example. If you head over to there, you will see that on the German Gills page there are 3 tiers in which you can support this channel, and you also get extra little benefits back in return as well. Starting from just £2 per month for the mid-table subscription, you will have your name mentioned in every German Gills video showing your support for the channel. For £5 a month, you can get the playoff subscription, where you have all the previous benefits, and also the moment sponsor, where you will get your name mentioned on a specific moment in the game, as well as a digital download of the scorecards especially designed by German Gills. And for £10 a month, you can get the Champions subscription, where you have all of the previous benefits, plus an opportunity for your reviews, previews and thoughts read on video, as well as any Q&As that you have for me in particular. You will have an opportunity to submit your comments through the Patreon site, where I will be keeping all of our Patreon fans up to date with any developments on German Gills. Obviously, it goes without saying that if you're not in a position to support the channel through Patreon, then that's okay, because I will still be putting out free videos for you to watch every German Gills fixture. However, if you are interested in supporting the channel, check in the link in the description below to go to the Patreon page. If you do decide to go for a playoff subscription or higher, this is an example of the scorecard that you can get as a digital download specially designed by German Gills. Let's hope that's the score on the opening day of the season too, eh? The last little thing I'm going to be doing throughout this season is using a website called Tipico. It is a German betting website, and the idea is that every time Gillingham play, there will obviously be other League One fixtures as well, and I will bet the correct score for each of the other League One fixtures happening at the same time. I will bet €1 on them, because I did hear that this is probably one of the better ways to slowly make some money on a betting website. So I wanted to try it out on the channel and see the progress that is made throughout the season, so that we can review it at the end to see if it was a success or not. And I'm hoping that you will enjoy the journey we will go on here. The next part of the video is that we're going to be looking at some of the transfers that Gillingham have captured over the summer. And instead of me just talking about each player, I found some YouTube clips. We're going to watch about 30 seconds of each one. And I'm just going to do a little bit of just reaction to each of the clips that we find to see how they were playing in their previous clubs, etc. So let's get to it. first player we're going to look at is Danny Lloyd. He's an attacking left winger, and he's come from Tranmere Rovers. And I found some YouTube clips of him playing here, so let's have a quick look. Obviously, this is I think he's played in Peterborough before. Oh, that's a corker of a goal. Some of that plays would be really nice every now and again down at Priestfield Stadium. But I had a little look at some of his other clips as well. He's pretty quick on his feet, and he's pretty good at, in the box. He's very instinctive, and he can get a goal every now and again. That's not bad. Bottom right hand corner against Bradford City. Let's watch this last goal here. Obviously a free kick down at Peterborough again. Good head, and they're in the right place at the right time. That's the kind of stuff that we want at Gills. A bit of a poacher like that. So next player we're going to look at is Ben Reeves. We got him from Plymouth Argyle. I think he's had stints at MK Dons and Charlton as well. He's another attacking midfielder. And we've got some clips here, I think, from his MK Dons days or something like that. So let's have a quick look at what he has to offer. Let's do 30 seconds of this. So here we go. Again, another instinctive player in the box who can pounce on mistakes from goalkeepers, what we like to see. Is that him taking the corner? It could well be. I think it was. It's an assist. So he's a pretty good corner taker from what I imagine. Oh, this is pretty fancy stuff. Won himself a penalty there. Yeah, again, really quick on his feet. And I think it's 29-year-old. Evans is looking... Wow, what a goal. What a goal against Wolves. I think Evans is looking for a bit more experience in the squad now, and he's definitely... Oh, look at that. And, you know, opportunist player. That's what I like to see. So, definitely a player that I'm very welcome and very happy to have at Priestfield Stadium. Again, another great assist and a good finish. He did well at MK Dons by the sounds of it. Let's watch this last one. Yeah, great finish. Great stuff. Oh, and a penalty taker as well. That ain't bad. Pretty pleased to have him at Priestfield Stadium. So the next player we're going to look at is David Tutonda. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's from Democratic Republic of Congo, but also has citizenship in England. He's 25 years old and a centre-back. We've got him from Bristol Rovers, but he has also played for Barnet as well. So let's have a look at some clips from YouTube from him. I did find a video, so let's have a look to see how this goes. Obviously, this YouTube maker decided that he's bagged a couple of goals. So let's have a look at one of these finishes that he's got as a defender. I think he's the one actually appearing up front right now with a bicycle kick. Yeah, I actually had seen that one before, funnily enough. So he can score a goal here and there, but I think what we really want to look at is his defending ability. So I do know this video has some defending stuff in here as well, because he is obviously playing at left back. Looks like to me he's quite a solid player, quite sturdy. I haven't heard much about him from anyone else apart from looked at Twitter on Bristol Rovers, and they said, yeah, he's pretty solid. He gives 110%, good tackle there. And obviously this is his Barnet days as well. So I've only heard relatively good things about him. Hopefully he can develop into the squad and can be a strong player as well. Played a lot of non-league by the looks of it, so this is a big step up for him as well. So it might be a bit of pressure, but let's wait and see how it develops. Again, another decent player that we have at Priestfield Stadium. Okay, so the next player we have is Rhys Bennett. Shares the same first name as me, so that's always great. And he spells it the right way as well, the Welsh way. But he is a centre-back, and he has played for Carlisle, Peterborough, Mansfield, and Rochdale, and Bolton by all accounts as well. So he's a pretty well-travelled player in terms of the leagues down in League 1 and 2. And he's 29 years old, and I've got a video here. I think it's a couple of goals from him, so we've got nothing on defending, but we've got a couple of goals, so hopefully he can bang a couple in at Gills as well. Looks like he's playing for Carlisle here, and he's right at the back post there to put to nod it into the bottom right hand corner. That ain't half too bad. And yeah, another one at Carlisle, Brenton Park. Another good diving header. Oh, banging a couple of headers in. That's not bad. We could do something like that to match Van Dane Oliver up in the air as well. So it looks like a defender that will come forward and possibly bang a few goals in as well. Is there one more against Crawley Town? That was a decent... Oh, no, right. Oh, I thought it was the finish there. No, actually it was. It was just a poacher's goal right up front. Yeah, a couple of goals there from defender. Can't be too bad. Shame there's nothing about his defending. So we'll just have to wait and see how he progresses at Priestfield Stadium. So the next player we got is a goalkeeper. It's Aaron Chapman. Obviously, with Jack Bonham leaving to go to Stoke City, we had a space for a goalkeeper, or two, as you'll find out after the next player as well. But we have Aaron Chapman, who we got from Motherwell, but used to play for Peterborough as well, hence why Steve Evans had him on his radar. Decent goalkeeper, age of 31, so he's pretty mature as a goalkeeper, so hopefully that goes in our favour. But let's have a look at some of the clips from him. Looks like at his Peterborough days. And he's quite a tall lad, decent save there. How tall is he? 2 metre and 3 centimetres. Actually, that is pretty tall. Was that 6'6", 6'5", somewhere around there? Oh, look, it's against Gills. Good save against Tom Eves there as well. So we have seen him play before when a couple of years ago. It looks like, oh, decent save again. Let's watch one more. This is against Shrewsbury Town. Is it going to fly into the top corner? Nah, good chip round the post. Looks like we've got ourselves a solid goalkeeper there in Aaron Chapman. So pretty pleased with that as a sign-in for Gills. So the last player we're actually going to look at some clips on is James Cumming. He is a goalkeeper and he is a Chelsea under-23 goalkeeper, so from a pretty prestigious club. Actually, he had his last season in League 2 with Stevenage, and all the Stevenage fans really rave about him and really gutted to see him go. So hopefully he will be good, solid competition for Aaron Chapman as well between the sticks, so there's always a place for a decent goalkeeper. Let's have a look at some of the saves that we've got on YouTube here. This is obviously got a very decent save there. That's at Aldershot Town, I think, in that ground. Yeah, a decent save there. They must play a lot of their home games at Aldershot or something. Here we go. Another decent, solid save there from the stopper. Now, I've only heard really good things about this keeper. Even lots of Chelsea fans saying they should have him in goal over Kepa. I think that's maybe a little bit rich, but who knows. If the Chelsea fans are saying that, there must be something decent about him. Let's watch one more. Yeah, a decent save there. Oh, God, we'll watch one more. Oh, top work. Okay, we've got ourselves a decent goalkeeper there. That's going to be real tough competition for who's going to go in goal for Gills, and it seems to be very good that we can have something interchangeable for goalkeepers as well. Let's just see how it pans out, but happy to have James Cummings in Priestfields. So the last of the transfers that Gills have captured this season is Ollie Lee, Max Amer and Daniel Phillips. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any decent clips of Daniel Phillips playing, so we'll just have to wait and see how he starts to play for us throughout the season. We got him on loan from Watford. He is a central midfielder. I don't have too much on him, and I haven't been reading too much about him, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. Maybe it's a little bit lazy on my part, but we'll just have to see how that develops. And obviously, for Ollie Lee and Max Amer, we know all about anyway, so I didn't see any point in showing some videos of that because we know how they play and we know what they're all about, and we welcome them all to Priestfield Stadium. If you've made it to this point in the video, I just want to say thank you very much. I know these videos can be very long. I try to make it as engaging and actionful as possible. But if you have made it to the end, you might be the kind of person I'm looking for. What I'm looking for throughout this season is to have a correspondent at each game that I can phone prior to the game, at half time and at the end of the game, to have maybe a 1 or 2 minute discussion on the phone, which I can then put into my videos. I think this is very good for fan engagement and for the supporters of this channel. So if you are interested or know someone who may be interested on being in a German Gills video and being a correspondent for either a home or an away game, then can you please either send me an email at germangills@outlook.com or message me directly on Twitter, and we should be able to arrange something. What I'm looking for is to maybe have overall throughout the season 6 or 7 people that I could then switch between as we go through the season to have some live correspondence. Let me know if you're interested, or if you know someone who would be interested, let them know as well. And I don't mind the age. It can be from 7-year-old all the way up to 70-year-old, or even older. I really don't mind. But if you know someone who's interested, or you're interested yourself, please let me know, and we can go from there. So all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching the video. I'm really excited for the season ahead. I'm really excited to see how this channel develops in the future, and I'm really pleased that you're part of this journey as well. If you have considered supporting the channel, please go over to the Patreon page, and you can start from as little as £2 a month, up to £10 a month for the Champions tier as well. Thank you very much if you consider supporting, but obviously if you haven't, if you can't, or you're not in a position to do so, that's absolutely fine. The videos will still be coming out on YouTube for your experience and viewing pleasure for free. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next week where Gills take on Lincoln City at home.